What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the BRL. We are inching ever closer to the playoffs, and we are taking on a very scary team. No Mega Gyarados, which from like turn 1 was amazing for me. But this team is tough. This team is really tough. We're gonna have a tough time taking on Ferrothorn. We're gonna have a really tough time taking on Nidoqueen. And Noivern should be able to put in a lot of work. If you look at the team here, like Ferrothorn's going to die, Garchomp's going to die, Nidoqueen, if it gets kind of low, can die, and then you've got like Araquanid can die. All these things can die from our Noivern. So let's go ahead and get straight into this battle. Turn 1, he leads the Arcanine into our Clefable, and I'm like, I can probably just risk just throwing up some rocks here. I don't mind taking the Flare Blitz. It's not like he's going to OHKO me here or anything. And I don't mind him taking that Flare Blitz damage as well, as I want to swap straight into my Ditto to try and intimidate him back, which is actually perfect for us. We did not bring removal this week, so getting the Sticky Webs up, perfect. Because if you look at his team too, he doesn't have any removal either. And he clicks Spider Web, and this is where I make a pretty bad misplay. I should have Iron Defensed right now, but instead I Toxic first, which was not the play. I definitely should have Iron Defense. This actually possibly, if I could have got, if I could have set up all of my Iron Defenses on this thing, I probably could have just 6-0'd with it, to be honest. And we'll see here later on. Now, I am going to just fire off a Hurricane here and absolutely miss, which actually works out in our favor. I mean, it still would have killed, but it racks up another Toxic turn. We do land our Hurricane this, as he did fail the Mirror Coat. Now, in comes the Slurpuff, and I'm like, yikes. I can't stay in. I have to U-turn out of here. Straight into our unaware Clefable. We are unaware for the Mega Gyarados this week. And he's a Wish Slurpuff. I'm like, this is a weird Slurpuff. Like a weird Slurpuff. So I'm going to take this time to Moonlight back up to full HP. As he Wish passes into his Nidoqueen, I'm like, oh, well, it's time to sack something. As he just puts up his Stealth Rocks, I was like, oh, thank God. So we are Choice Specs, and we, I do believe Choice Specs. We are able to get a ton of damage. And he's not Sheer Force. No, yeah, never mind. It was Earthquake. It was Earthquake. But he is physical Nidoqueen, which is weird. But thankfully, we are able to take that thing out. And now I'm thinking, I'm like, okay. Again, maybe he's Wish Belly Drum. I've only seen Wish so far. I cannot let this thing sweep me, because it really could. As he sticks in a Wish again, I didn't realize, oh, he has Leftovers and Play Rough. And I'm like, what is this set? And I don't have Toxic either. I'm like, or do I? I don't remember if I have Toxic or not, but I'm like, what is this set? I'm like, this is some goofy set. So far, we've seen Wish and Play Rough on it, I think. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep Moon Blasting. Because as long as I land a Fire Blast, I'm going to do pretty solid damage to this Ferrothorn right here. As we did bring the coverage move for this. As we knock it down to 13% and pick up a burn. Which, in the end, probably didn't matter all that much. As he is slower than us, and Moonblast takes him out. So the burn doesn't matter. Even paralyzed, he's still slower than us. In comes the Arcanine, and now I'm going to send in our Ditto to intimidate him back, and resist whatever move he wants to go for, potentially. As he just Morning Suns right up, as I probably should have like teleported there, but that's okay. As he goes straight into his Garchomp, which is actually a Choice Banded Garchomp, and I'm like, okay, just live this hit. We live a Choice Banded Iron Head and get flinched. And I'm like, oh no, we're going to lose. We are going to lose. I can just feel it. So I do have Ice Punch on our Lopunny, and I believe Ice Punch into return killed this thing. No, I had to click return. I had to click return because 2 returns, or 2 returns killed this thing. I don't think Ice Punch into return did, at -1 at least. So we do take out the Arcanine, which is absolutely great. I should have just stayed in here and just attacked. That would have been the smartest. But now that I Ditto into the Slurpuff, kind of hoping it would like Wish Belly Drum at this point. And he shows me he has like Wish, Protect, Play Rough, Heal Bell or something. Weird. It's a weird set. He has 1 attacking move. And I'm like, okay, I've got to take this advantage and hopefully get in my free-ish Noivern. Because he's most likely bulky, and I just have to start spamming Hurricanes, and this is where the battle takes forever. As all we have to do is land 2 and him get confused, which, yes, I know sounds really tough. So he breaks out, he clicks Protect, as we hit another one here. Again, same scenario. Land 2, potentially get a confusion on 1, make him hit himself. And I'm like, okay, he wished here, okay. Hits himself. I'm like, oh, this is it, and we miss. And I'm like, God, come on, we're so close. We can just finish this game right here. Just knock it out. I'm flamethrowing here, which was probably a misplay, as we miss another hurricane, as he didn't protect. But we didn't kill the hurricane ever. We did like 60% every time, basically. And I'm like, come on. And we are heavy duty boots, which heavy duty boots saved our life this battle. It absolutely saved our life this battle. As I'm trying to predict and go into this Lopunny right here and make sure he doesn't stall me out of hurricanes, as I'm just going to keep just sitting here clicking returns, hoping that kind of like the same thing happens. Like, I'm kind of hoping he just spams wish over and over and over, or misses a play rough or something like that. Sadly, he does not. As we sadly have to let our Lopunny go here shortly, I believe. Let me just speed through some of the stall right here. Yeah, we have to let our Lopunny go down, sadly. Which really sucks. But we do land the hurricane. And so the Lopunny play worked out, and we are able to land a Draco Meteor and knock this thing out. As we still would have won even, like we still would have won if we missed that. We had a Choice Scarf Ditto in the back. But that is a GG to, I don't remember who it was. Trainer John, I don't remember who it was. Whoops. That does put us at first in our division, and I just found out this week, did not know this, did not see this rule anywhere. Whoever finishes the season in first gets to skip playoffs and go straight to the championship. And I'm like, yes, please, if I can handle that. We are like, I think 1 game up still from the second place, but what's going to suck really, really bad is we have to play and playoffs I thought was top 4, but it's actually like top 6, I think, or 7, something like that. And so we have to play 3 playoff teams moving forward. Like, I think it's like 4, 5, 6 as they sit currently. And I do not look forward to that. But anyways, if you guys have liked this so far, and sorry for the late upload. I totally forgot to do this yesterday. At least it's still going up on Monday. I will see you guys next week. Peace out.